Oh, okay, we're not live yet. There we go.
This is the Daily Drop
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
with Addy.
Well, our intro didn't work, so shout out to
Interesting.
StreamYard for that. This is Addy
Interesting.
and Shrimp Zoo, and we are on episode 4 of our Daily Drop. And this is Thursday, the 27th of August. It is 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time over on Buffalo, New York. A lot to talk about today, Shrimp. But before we get into Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse and the Kenosha aftermath, can you just explain briefly, because I had a couple of people asking yesterday why you got your guns taken away?
I got my guns taken away partially because of my YouTube channel, and partially because of my ex, I guess. The police are definitely watching my YouTube channel. They had told me that they were watching it. And because I have kids and stuff and I'm dancing around on YouTube with guns, I guess it was deemed too dangerous. The police interrogated me and stuff, and they wanted to see if I was like mentally stable and all of that. And um, my ex definitely was like against me because we broke up. But yeah, that's why most of my guns, and they didn't give a reason why they took the cameras, but it's like everything on the cameras is saved to the cloud, so it doesn't really matter that they took the cameras because there's no SD cards or memory in the cameras. So
Okay, so does it record, or sorry, does it upload to the cloud simultaneously as it records?
yeah,
Okay, and what was the reason they gave for taking the guns, or did they not even give a reason?
I don't have a reason, but I have a lawyer. Um,
That's a better than having a reason.
yeah, I have a lawyer. He doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't seem too confident about getting them back. I would like them back. I spent like several $1,000s on a lawyer to hopefully get them back, so we'll see what happens.
But they gave you no, documents or anything like that, or even verbally explaining why the
Um,
guns were taken?
I have a document and I made the video private, but I just made it public again today and I showed the receipt for them taking one of my guns. I guess the guns that they don't want me to have are like assault rifle style guns. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess
You had an AR-15?
yeah, I mean, well, AR-15 style gun. It's if I wasn't the way that I am on my YouTube channel, like dancing around making provocative videos, this probably wouldn't be happening. But and because I also live in a Republican area and I wear a mask, the police don't believe in COVID. They're all pretty much all white dudes with shaved heads that don't wear a mask, and I'm sitting here making COVID videos in my little town wearing mask, one of the only people that wears mask here. And I'm wearing like serious like sometimes when I go out I'll wear a full respirator mask. I mean, why not? I don't really care.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It gets me into trouble. I feel like I've worn a biohazard suit at the grocery store. The live stream got banned like 15 times. I do goofy stuff and it gets me into trouble. And the police are watching the videos. I'm sure there's psychiatrists watching the videos. I had to get mentally checked when the police arrested me. I had to go through like an extensive process of being like vetted, like before I could go. It's ridiculous, but I'm still gonna keep making videos. I don't care if they're watching them or if it lands me in a bit of trouble. I'm gonna do what I'm doing.
What's the name of the video where you showed the receipt they gave you?
Um, let's see. I believe it's my police. My house got raided by the police.
Okay, the police raided
The
my
police,
house.
yeah, the police raided my house. I believe.
Okay.
I
Uh,
believe the receipt is shown in there. I
okay.
also love how every video I make, it's monetized, but it's like somebody else is making the money off of this usually. Yeah, it's. I believe it's in this video.
Okay.
So if people want to check it out, I just showed a bit of the receipt in there.
But you think the impetus for all of that was your wife calling the cops on you? Or sorry, your ex-wife?
Yeah, basically. And the
Okay.
cops, like the cops pull me over a few times when they see me when I'm walking around my town. It's a small town, so they know who I am. I've already ran into them a bunch of times, and I act civil towards them and stuff and respectful, but
Yeah.
it's just whatever.
Okay. Again, I will link that video in the description box. But let's move on to the aftermath in Kenosha. This just in about an hour ago, we got Kyle Rittenhouse got charged 6 counts: first-degree reckless homicide, first-degree reckless endangering of safety, first-degree intentional homicide, which is the misdemeanor would be possession of a dangerous weapon, attempted first-degree intentional homicide, and attempted first-degree reckless homicide. I think that was 6. And those killed were Joseph Rosen and Anthony Huber, and the guy with his arm shot off, or at least partially shot in the arm, was Gage Cross Crutz of West Dallas. He survived, will recover. And related, Jacob Blake, the man who was shot and is now paralyzed from the waist down, that started all this craziness in Kenosha, has apparently been handcuffed to his hospital bed as
Oh wow.
I'm not really sure, a measure to make sure he doesn't leave, even though his legs no longer work. I don't know what that is. It sounds like insult to injury in a way. But
It's
again,
probably it's probably standard procedure.
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, but is he really going to jail after all this? Do you
I
think?
I mean, yeah, I would say. I mean, I would say so. Our justice system is not really known for having any sort of sympathy or empathy for people. But it looks like that 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse will also be going to jail as well. What I don't understand is why isn't it illegal for 17-year-olds to own weapons? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe
he was really young to be having a gun like that on the street during what's going on. That was part of the problem.
yeah, yeah. It is weird, and I found this picture. Well, his
He's a Blue Lives supporter.
yeah, his Facebook profile has since been deleted, but yeah, he was a Blue Lives Matter supporter. He had a picture of him, and it looked like maybe his brother or something, uh, like posted up on his Facebook profile. I'm guessing he was the one that deleted it, or maybe his parents did, maybe Facebook did. I'm not really sure, but either way, his profile is no longer there. But I mean, I thought I thought you had to be 18 to own weapons or to be in possession of weapons, but I guess not. I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe I should know those my own
I think
laws in Wisconsin, but
you can be younger. I feel like you can be younger.
yeah. And he's also, as far as I know, from out of state. I think he's from Illinois, which is kind of
Yeah,
weird as well. But let me just
but
pull.
he was in like a city next like right over the border.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Antioch. A
Yeah,
N
so
T
this
I O C H.
he's
Illinois.
basic he's basically a kid that thought he was a cop and he got
That's
scared
what it seems like. Look at this
and
dude.
he tripped and got scared and shot a bunch of people. I mean, maybe the protesters maybe would have beaten him up. I don't know. There's not really good enough video footage of what happened before the shooting.
Yeah.
to determine why he was shooting like that. He probably really shouldn't have been there.
What I think is the most shocking thing to me.
His parents. Why would his parents say that? Is he 17? That a 17-year-old can go out with the AR to a protest?
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, who knows if they were even aware though? Who's to say? But I think honestly, the most shocking thing about the videos that I saw was not even those people getting shot. It was the fact that he had an assault rifle strapped to his body. He was walking towards police, and they didn't shoot him on the spot. They didn't execute him. Well, I guess
Yeah.
it
Well,
wouldn't really be execution because he was armed, but that is just mind blowing to me. I feel like anyone else who's brown or black would have gotten a shot. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know if it's necessarily skin color, but the police are more or less aligned with um these militia groups. Most of the militia groups tend to be Blue Lives Matter supporters.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So so do
The
you think that the police knew that he was part of
the
the
police
anti-protester
the
group?
the police are gonna bash the head into like a 16-year-old white kid who's an Antifa member who has like bright pink or bright green hair. They're gonna bash his head in, but like a black or Puerto Rican Blue Lives Matter supporter who's a militia member, they're probably not gonna do that too.
So
I don't
you
think
think
it's
they knew he was Blue Lives Matter?
if he's carrying AR. Antifa's not carrying ARs. They're carrying like garbage cans cut in half, spray painted black that say Antifa. They're not. There's a huge Antifa's like hitting stop signs with metal poles and stuff, and they're carrying around plastic shields, but they're not carrying AR-15s with like 50 of their buddies. So the police are well aware of who Antifa is. Antifa's all in black, and it's 16-year-olds with dyed hair and all black, and they have crappy little plastic shields. The Republicans have wooden shields, and they have AR-15s. They're bringing AR-15s to like a plastic garbage can fight. It's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, yeah.
They, I don't know. You can stop the buildings from burning down, but you're gonna end up killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, it just seems, what I know it is more of a political stance than the fact that they're actually concerned about federal
Well,
buildings. I really don't think they care that much about them.
they're not gonna stop the burning and looting and rioting in Kenosha. The Blue Lives Matter supporters, if they come out
Even if
with
they want to.
AR-15, there's not enough of them.
Yeah. My only question with that
They
was, why didn't they shoot him? I mean, they must have either known he was Blue Lives Matter, as you say.
the police,
Yeah,
because
like why didn't they just shoot him? I don't understand.
he's in all camouflage with an AR-15, so they know that he's a Blue Lives Matter supporter. He's one of them.
Yeah, you think? Yeah. Because that was to me the most shocking part about that video.
Yeah, I don't think it's the color of your skin. It's if they see that you're in camouflage with like all the army gear and stuff, they're assuming that you're a pro cop Republican mega supporter just like they are.
Yeah.
There's not Black Lives Matter supporter police who are like, "Oh, there's a mega supporter who shot people. I'm going to light them up." They're seeing somebody who's one of their own. That kid's one of their own. He was a police cadet in training and stuff his whole life. That kid wanted to be a cop. He's posing with Blue Lives Matter stuff. Yeah, the police are definitely on the side of the Proud Boys and anyone who's Republican, and the police are definitely way harsher towards Antifa.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, rest in peace to those guys. I mean, apparently one of them was a felon who was convicted of sexual assault or sexual conduct with a minor. I'm not sure which guy that was, so I don't want to misspeak on that. But the other guy was
one of the guys that died.
I think so. That's what Ryan was saying. But
Wow.
I don't know if he was talking about the guys that died or the guys that was attacked. There was one guy. Oh, it was Anthony Huber. He was the guy who hit him with the skateboard. It was like there were skateboarders kind of doing tributes to
Yeah,
him.
I saw that.
And then the other guy's name
mean,
is Joseph Rosenbaum.
and like that the guy who attacked him with the skateboard, like
So
what are you thinking? Why are you attacking someone with a gun with the skateboard? I don't know.
yeah, it was Rosenbaum who was the sex offender. Yeah, was convicted of sexual contact with a minor. The other guy was just a random skateboarder guy who probably was a leftist. Just look at the look of him. I haven't done research into him, but again, I say I may or may not. It was funny earlier today. I was like, I shouldn't go to Kenosha. I really shouldn't. And then I was like, literally, like right before this, I was like,
I think you should.
yeah, dude. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna regret it if I don't. And I'm gonna be like 45 if I make it that far, and be like, why didn't I fucking go to Kenosha that one weekend?
Well, do you think it's gonna like go on fire tonight and be crazy, or is it gonna settle down?
I can't go to tonight, so it would have to be tomorrow or Saturday. But
But do
I
you
don't know. I
think that
can't speak. I mean, I think things are still going to be heated this weekend. I don't know if they are going to be as crazy because I saw earlier today that U.S. Marshals are now in the city and they're stopping
Yeah.
people at certain areas. They have these like checkpoints, more or less checkpoints set up where they're stopping people and arresting people who, I guess they who took part in the riots in some way or another, and they had evidence that they could arrest him or should arrest him. There's some looked like he was maybe a college guy or young white guy who was doing some citizen reporting. I saw that RT was sharing, and that was earlier today. It's just crazy because it's like little Kenosha, Wisconsin, which it's a pretty good sized city. It's about 100,000 people, but just seeing it mentioned in that 70 show, and now it's on RT in London, and all the big cities are talking about it because of what's going on. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to my grandparents this weekend, so yeah, I do think I'm going to try to make my way down there at least one night, see what's going on, and just get on the front lines a bit. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think things will settle down, or this weekend they'll pick up again, or what do you think?
They always settle down. It seems like. I'm not really sure what happens this weekend, to be honest. It could go either way. I know in Portland they have crazy amount of like all types of police and army, but it's not stopping that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, and it's not really about the police either. What if there's counter protest, like right versus left?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be about the police. It could be different factions like Boogaloo
If
or
I do go,
Antifa.
Shrimp, if I do go there, what do you think? What would you want to see me doing? Would you want to see me trying to just document and videotape, interview protesters on each side, document police, or what do you think would be the best use of my time?
Probably not documenting police because you would probably have to be close to them. You'll probably get mace and hit with rubber bullets. Probably interviewing protesters and
Yeah.
like maybe seeing if you could catch looting and fires. I don't know if that will happen, but probably interviewing people on the ground there from both sides.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking doing interviews with people, even just if they're not protesting, they're just standing around. Some people
Yeah,
are just
just
watching. They just watch. So
shop owners, everybody. You
yeah.
could if you can interview the militia members, interview Antifa. If I was there, that's what I would do. I would want to talk to Antifa, Proud
Antifa.
Boys,
Yeah.
everybody. Like everybody, I would want to talk to.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I might go. I don't know. We'll see if I might be Saturday night. But yeah, like I said, I want to shoot my cousin's AR too this weekend. So, got if he's still available, I'll have to see if he is. But yeah, we'll see, man. Hopefully things do not get too out of hand over there in Kenosha for the people living there that just kind of want to, get on with things, so to speak. But the mother of Jacob Blake asked for looting to stop. His father made no comment on the violence.
Oh, really? His father made no comment?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pissed.
Well, I
He's
mean, come
pissed.
on, man. That's like kind of the point I was making the other day. Like, it's just like, what, at what point do you start, going back to World War II? At what point does the resistance start forming? At what point do you
Well,
start stashing weapons and you get weapon caches going? You
like,
start stocking up on tampons, vitamins, medicine, jewels, ammo, or do you just, whatever. It's illegal. It's quote unquote illegal, so I can't do that. And then the night of the long knives come, and it's too late. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's that important of a question to talk about again.
I think if I got killed by the police, I wouldn't want any Wendy's or McDonald's to burn to the ground.
That's kind of a low opinion of yourself, Shrimp.
There's never going to be justice. The police are never going to come forward and just be like, "Hey, sorry, and we're going to change." We need gay people in the police, and like we need more of a spectrum, not only like white male Republican police. It's a political force. There's black cops too, but they're the same as the white cops. Yeah, there's Chinese and police and they're all, and the good ones stick up for all the bad ones. There has to be like a real change in the police, and I guess the president has to do that. I don't know. I don't know who else does it. There has to be some kind of change, and they should just apologize. I just want the protest to stop. So like, even if you don't mean it, just say it. Even if the Republican president doesn't mean it, just say it, just to say it, to end this stuff. There's a lot of stuff that Trump could probably say to quell the protests.
Yeah, I don't understand why he isn't. Even if he does apologize, do you think people are just going to not vote for him? His diehard fans, if he just says sorry?
They're not going to vote for Biden. Do you think
Yeah.
then they're going to still vote for him? He's not going to lose his
So
base
why not
support.
do it? I don't understand. But speaking of Biden, since you brought him up, do you think he and a freaking DA, Kamala Harris, who has put many black people in jail,
Yeah,
do
she has
you
a
think
bad track record.
they will change the police in any
No,
concrete way? So
no,
it's like, what do you do?
no, it's not. The Democrats or Republicans won't. I feel like, yeah, neither side will, but if there's a Democrat that wins, the protest might end because the protesters are pretty much all Democrats.
That doesn't change anything though. It just ends the
Yeah,
protest. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care
yeah.
about them. Like,
You can't have.
insofar as they don't, which unfortunately is not true, they don't hurt mom and pop shops, which have happened. But as far as like Amazon, Walmart, Target, who gives an
Yeah,
F, dude? Like,
yeah. I
seriously,
mean, yeah. I don't care, but
even
when
federal buildings, like, it's like our
I
money's
don't.
being wasted anyway on corrupt police who, like you said, they're basically a paramilitary ideological force.
If they start burning and looting every pharmacy, it will become a problem. And they burn and loot every bank, we'll have real problems. Those are some things I care about. Like, I don't care if they burn the Target down, but it's going to be pretty inconvenient if they burn down the Target near my house. So, I mean, I don't really care about the Adidas stores and the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton stores and the
Oh yeah, who
Targets.
gives it? Who cares?
But if we're in a pandemic, if they're burning down every CVS and stuff, that might start to become an issue.
Yeah, that would be logistically certainly very annoying.
They're not tactical about it. I'd prefer they burn the police stations only down instead of burning Targets and stuff down, or you burn down Louis stores, not burn down like a mom and pop gas station. There's too many
Yeah.
gas station and corner stores that are vandalized. It seems like I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
advocating violence, and I'm not doing this, but I'd
mhm.
rather them attack the police stations than mom and pop shops.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. No doubt. I mean, that's who the anger is directed at, right? Why would you?
Yeah,
Now, granted, there are those literal criminals, like for example in Minneapolis. But again, that was the most explosive and perhaps the most emotionally charged situation. But again, there are criminals who just show up to these things just to take advantage, right? Just to, even
yeah,
if it's just,
definitely.
oh, I want a bunch of candy or free chips from the convenience store, they'll be like, just go there and do that, which is unfortunate. But um, I think it's a minority, I would say, wouldn't you? I wouldn't say the majority of
Um,
protesters are
I think it's
go there
I
with
think it's
criminal intention.
mixed. I mean,
Yeah.
throw yourself into the middle of a Target if you have no job and you're poor, you've never stolen before, but throw yourself into that environment if you're somebody like that and you have
Oh
no
yeah.
money, no
Why
food,
wouldn't you?
and all of a sudden everything's free and they're smashing everything. There's 2,000 people in Target stealing and smashing. You might
Yeah. What are
grab
they gonna
something. So
do?
I
They
think
can't
it's
stop
mixed.
2,000, 3,000 people
Somebody
in the
might take
store.
it somebody might take advantage of that situation, never do it again. There's people
Yeah.
who are trying to do it every single night, and then there's
Yeah.
people who they might take a pair of sneakers if the Foot Locker gets smashed open and they're standing there, and
Yeah.
something they might never do again. I think a lot of it is because schools are closed. There's a lot of young people on the streets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's crazy to think about too, Sherm. Even for me, like the Zoomers are starting to become parents now. Like the generation below me. Now, granted, it's the older end of the generation, right? I'm only a few years older than them, but we do have very young people who don't really make that much money, will likely never own a house. This is the only system they've ever
Yeah,
known. They're younger
and
than
then
me, and they've grown up with the internet even to a higher degree than I have. Uh,
yeah,
so
it's a bleak future for them.
even more so the millennials, and these are adults now. We got like grown men who are in this. Now I don't mean mentally or emotionally, but we got 18-year-old, 22-year-old strapping dudes who are like, they have all this energy, especially with this lockdown, and a lot of them, this is where they're going to release it, right? Because it's like, what do you do, and I was talking about this too with Ryan, and then my submission video to Anna Breese's channel too. Which, dude, Shrimp, you should definitely submit a video to Anna Breese's channel. She is a journalist in the United Kingdom. I actually don't know where she's based out of, but I think it might be London. But she's basically accepting any and all people from around the world doing. I think her cutoff is like 5 minutes. I think 15, but so she cut off mine at like 6 minutes, and then just like directed people to my channel. So that was very nice of her. But yeah, man, I'd commend you for wait. I'd recommend, that's what the word I'm looking for, that you do that, man,
Well,
because
yeah, I'll
people
check
would love
that
to
out.
hear that. Yeah, I'll send you her channel for sure.
Did you hear about the $5 rapid COVID test? But it has to be done by
No,
professionals. Yeah. So there's a new rapid test. Gives instant results. It's $5, but you have to get it done by somebody like at CVS or a pharmacy.
this sounds like a racket to me, dude.
It's the real deal. It's I'm sure it's not gonna focus, but
I can see that.
it's right there.
I can't see
It's
that.
on it's on CNN.
Oh,
It's called
okay. That
yeah.
that means it's true.
It's called the COVID-19 AG card test.
I'm not gonna lie, unless I literally test it myself for scientific validity, or I know somebody who has a track record of independent scientific validation, I'm not gonna do that. I don't trust it. It just seems like a carbon tax racket, but COVID version to me. It's like, oh yeah, get this test where we kind of just arbitrarily choose whether or not you're positive or negative. But hey, 300 million people buy it. Well, for $5, we just made $1 billion.
Yeah. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but It's for sale now. It says it takes 15 minutes to detect.
Don't buy it, people. That's my recommendation. Drink your vitamin C, your 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C at every meal. Wash your hands.
If you got really bad flu, you wouldn't even try it. You wouldn't tell your friend to pick you up one.
What would that do? How would that help me get better? If anything, I would make people sick. Possibly if I went to the store and did that. But even if my friend picked it up, it's like, okay, now I know I have COVID.
Yeah,
how does that change things?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work actually, because somebody has to do the test for you.
Right?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I mean, if I get sick, dude, I would just drink a bunch of vitamin C. I would take some, maybe some Theraflu or something if I was really miserable pain wise. I'd try to eat whatever I could, but most likely I would just try to stay super hydrated, get my vitamins and get my vitamin C up, get my zinc up, make sure I'm eating some butter to get that vitamin K2 so that zinc absorbs as much as possible. That's what I would do. But let's go more into COVID tomorrow, man. I will let you know about where I'm going to be at for our broadcast tomorrow. But we are actually at 31 minutes here. So this is our episode for Thursday, talking Kyle Rittenhouse, Kenosha, and I mentioned Pelosi in the title. Basically, all that I wanted to say is that, surprise, surprise, she doesn't want there to be debates between Biden and Trump.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because Biden would just get completely destroyed.
Oh, Trump would destroy Biden in a debate.
Oh my God, it wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, I'm not even like some huge mega fan or Republican, but Trump would destroy Biden.
I don't. You can't look. I've never been a huge Team Red guy. I've always been actually Team Blue. But I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise that there's no way Biden could defeat Trump in any debate.
No, he couldn't. That's why she said that.
Yeah, right. All right, thanks for tuning in, people. This is our broadcast, our daily drop for today, Thursday, August 27, 2020. Broadcast on weekdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Standard Time. All the best from the Midwest. Stay frosty. All the best from Buffalo, New York. This has been your host, Shrimp Daddy, Daddy Addy, Attic and the Lonely Ronin. Stay tuned. I might be in Kenosha this weekend. Stay blessed. And until next time, folks.